Oh man, what a great song. Happy days are here again. I'm sure you're happy today, Lou, with the election results in 2014.
Definitely.
You know, what type of signal do you think we sent to the president? You know, with all the states that went red.
Oh, beautiful.
You know,
his programs aren't working and everything. His platform is shot.
You know, but then, you know,
his change of America isn't going to work.
Then why all these Democrats? They were like, I don't know if they were puppets or like seals. You know, you go to the zoo and you throw a piece of fish to the seal, and they're flapping. That's the way all these Democrats were behind them.
They just followed them blindly everywhere.
You know, it just shows you how probably they're removed from society. You know, they don't take public transportation.
Mainstream society, yeah.
You know, they don't know what a loaf of bread probably costs these days. You know. Well, let's see what some of our followers, you know. Margaret from Teterboro would like to know, who do you think will be running, really running in 2016? You know, on both sides.
Well, you know, definitely Hillary's going to be running.
You know, it's very mixed with a lot of things. Whether she will run or wouldn't, you know, I mean, she looks pretty sickly.
Yeah, she makes it, right. You're right.
You know. All right, well, just say, you know, her on that side. What about on the Republican
who's
side?
the last guy that ran again? I forgot his name. Jeez.
Mitt Romney.
Oh, Romney. I think Romney or the other guy from Texas there. The Constitutionalist. He follows the Constitution. What's his name?
Oh, man.
Paul? Ron Paul? Mitt Paul?
Well, Ron Paul's from Kansas.
Oh, Kansas.
You know, no, actually from the state with the horses, Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky, wow.
Yeah. He's good. You know,
or the guy from Florida, what's his name?
Jeb Bush.
Maybe, oh yeah, Bush, Jeb Bush.
I don't know, you know, Jeb Bush, you know, maybe if they don't do anything with the borders, but
yeah,
you know, I'm not the smartest guy, but, you know, there's a few things that got to be done.
Common sense, that's what we need, common sense.
That's it, you know, but it's a funny thing in colleges, you know, these kids go to college, but none of them come out with common sense.
Yeah. They're not streetwise at all. They could have all the smarts in the world, but they don't have the street smarts. That's
exactly, you know, what we need. I mean,
got a belt.
You know, the chime's in the back, but, you know, what you're saying is really true, because if you had, you know, if you had some common sense, you would say, it's okay if people come into this country, because we got a lot of people coming in from the Middle East these days. You could see the neighborhoods changing in Brooklyn to be Muslim, and in other areas. A lot of people from India come over, you know, so the people from Mexico, at least they're from our continent.
Right, the hard workers.
You know, but just get on the list like everybody else.
Right.
You know, and if you got to put up the fence, you know, across there, do it. You know, what's the difference between putting a fence there or when you go through customs at the airport?
That's it. Bring our troops home. We could put them on the borders here. They'll have jobs and everything.
You know, so
cut down on the drugs and the guns that are coming in or going out.
You know, so with the Senate at least picking up 8.5 senators, and we got the majority in the Senate, and we still had the Republicans had the majority in the Congress. You feel pretty good about the next 2 years that something might finally get done, like the pipeline, and other things.
I think they'll check Obama at every point now, so that would be good.
You heard that first, you know, from Jimmy and Lou. Okay, let's see. Jackie would like to know, do you think the economy could get good enough, quick enough, that my children might get out of the basement, you know, because there'll be better jobs and higher paying jobs?
I was just listening to Fidelity last night. They had a conference call and people calling in. They said that the economy's going up right now, but it's going to be very slow.
Yeah.
We may get another we may have another recession in a couple of years, because recessions always come up when you're doing good. But I think our economy is going to keep on improving. But we still have to get more jobs out there, and that's what we need. Somebody that'll get us jobs and with health care coverage and, you know, reverse Obama's agenda, what he had done.
You know, what you're saying is true, you know, and there's so many things that, you know, common sense things that could be done, like changing the tax rate for corporations so they don't put their money overseas to bring the money back here. You know, I mean, these are all common sense things, you know, and you know what I really, you know, if I was president, like you say, common sense things, okay, wouldn't you have like a few people over for dinner maybe 3 times a week? You know, some congressmen, some senators on both sides of the aisle. You know, I mean, they'll show you the respect if you're president.
I think that's what Reagan did when he was president.
I mean, that would make all sense. You know, have them come over. They bring their wives. You have a few drinks. You know, you talk a little politics. You talk a little bit about the world, and then, you know, you see. But it's like, if you don't play golf with this guy, you know, I never heard of anything like, you know, the president, you know, after a few rounds of golf, he had the senators come over or the congressmen. He's like a loner.
Yeah, they owe it to the country, to the people, to make this country better and everything. And, you know, they really got to put their minds to it and wholeheartedly, 100% to get this country better. It can't go by party lines.
Well, don't you think it
has to be?
Don't you think Obama, though, he really wanted this to be a socialist nation?
Oh, I believe so, yeah.
You know, but if people took off their blinders, you know, look at how many other countries, you know, went through socialism and now they're coming out of it.
Right.
You know, China, you know, China was the biggest one. They're realizing, you know, India, the same thing. They're realizing that, you know, it's the free market system is where the money's at.
See, even Russia.
And even Russia. Yeah. You know, with the fuel and everything. And this guy wants to take us back.
He wants to break us down altogether and then try to build us up his way.
Robert from Queens has a question for you.
Oh, New Yorker there.
Yeah, okay. What do you think about, you know, other great powers along the way? They took religion out of the makeup of the country, and then they seem to fail. Okay, and, you know, he references like Greece, you know, Rome, you know, and I'm sure there's plenty of other, you know, Germany was one of them. Do you agree with that? And do you think the Obama administration suppressed Christianity in this country?
Oh, I believe he suppressed it enormously, Christianity. But I believe we have to have a separation, like the Constitution says, of religion and state. So we have to protect our religions, and we can't let one religion, I'm speaking mostly of the Muslim religion, Islamic, trying to take over our Constitution, our laws and everything. We can't have that done here. And I'm afraid we're headed in that direction. And I don't want to be wearing a woman wearing a burqa, everybody on the streets. I feel very strong about that. We have to have separation, and we have to vote them down everywhere we can.
And Obama really didn't help that in any way.
Nah, he never even called like the ISIS. He never said like they were Muslim fanatics or anything like that. He just said he used another word for it. He never mentioned the word Muslims, which he should.
Yeah, well, you know, with what happened in Canada, you know, with that one guy that ran into the Parliament House,
right?
You know, Canada, you know, right away they said it was a terrorist attack.
That's it, right?
And with all the things that happened right in our country, a beheading, you know, of a woman.
What they call it, a workplace?
Workplace violence. That's
workplace violence.
To me, workplace violence was when you work for the post office.
Yeah, going postal.
Yeah, going postal. Well, everybody, you heard it first.
That's right.
Right here, you know, words of wisdom from Lou. We're really happy that the Republicans took back, you know, the Senate, and they got a lot more congressional seats. So I expect good things.
That's right.
Harry
Otherwise,
Reid,
we'll vote them out then too. If
okay,
they
don't let the door hit you in the ass, Harry Reid. Okay, you were one of the biggest obstacles for this country doing well. We'll talk to you all soon. God bless our troops.
God bless.
I'm not saying bring them home, because we're facing serious problems, in the Middle East and with the Ebola stuff.
That's right.
But we'll talk to you soon. God bless.